This my hold on. This my first time going live on you. This my first time going live on YouTube and things of that nature. So bear with me. But I really just wanted to log on and be on some type time to explain why mental fortitude is so important, and how if you don't have mental fortitude, then all the distractions that life has and offers you will completely veer you off of the path that you are destined to be, veer you off the path of success that you always were supposed to have. And I can at least attest to this as well because, I'm human. We all make mistakes. We all are distracted by women or by men, for the women who are watching, distracted by all the things that, block you from getting to where you want to be. And it's like you are so focused on going and accomplishing these goals that you're not even appreciating what is here. You're not even appreciating the room that you're in or the clothes you got on your back. And it's like it first starts with gratefulness and then it starts with awareness. So after you're grateful for the things that you have currently, then you're able to increase that cup, increase that life that you have to get more, because you appreciate the jacket, you appreciate the book, you appreciate all the things that you wrote out and you finally became. Now, secondly, that awareness, where that awareness stems from, is you taking back and not fully immersing yourself into something. Like for example, I'm 19 years old. I'm in college right now. And with me being in college, I'm in my head, it's just like, all right, I know I want to be wealthy. I don't know I want to build generational wealth. I'm reading all these books about becoming wealthy, but it's like I'm in college. Why am I in college if I'm trying to get here? And I was very frustrated at myself, like, why am I in trade school learning this skill when I could be just making a clothing business or making a snack business or making something else? And it cooked me because I was like, I have so much more. My potential is so boundless to the point where it's like, why am I choosing the college route? And I asked my mom about it. And I was sitting here, I'm like, I tell my mom, I'm like, I'm frustrated. I'm frustrated because I understand that it's so much more that I could do, but I'm sitting here at college. And I don't know if anybody else, hey, what's up, zombie? What's up, cheese? What's up, warrior? And I'm sitting here thinking, I'm like, bro, there's so much more that I could be doing with my life, but I'm sitting here in college. And she sat me down. She was like, first you gotta understand this. It's not that I don't believe in you. It's not that I don't have faith. What you have to understand is this. In this world, the things that you want to do, like if any of you, all 18 of y'all want to be a business owner or you want to be in any type of facet of life, it takes investments. It takes time, energy, effort, money, all these things. On social media, they don't tell y'all the real. On Instagram, all you see is fake badges. You see illusions and manipulations of people who, rather, one, they was working two jobs and doing social media or doing all these things to invest in their business. So it's just like you have to have money to then invest into making your business. You know what I'm saying? And that's what my mom was explaining to me. She was just like, you what skills do you have to make your business? Okay, you have business operation skills, you understand how business works, but what business are you going to create? How are you going to market yourself to get to where you want to get? And I sat there and I was like, you're right. And it made me frustrated because I wasn't able to answer that question with confidence. And this is why I'm telling y'all too, like, I hop on live. Mind you, I barely even be on YouTube or stuff like that. I don't know if y'all like this type of content, but it's just like me sharing the live, my situation, this could possibly help somebody else because there's people who are going to college who feel like they're there for no reason, but in reality, what my mom had told me, she was like, "This is not gonna be for the rest of your life." People in their whole lifetime, they change their career 4, 5, 6, 7,000 times, but you have to first set yourself up so you have a skill. It's not about you getting a good paying job, you being in a rat race. It's about you having a skill to where you can get to a point where nobody else can really mess with you because you have a skill and you can make money. You can make a living. You can do this so where you're able to put this into that business, put money in here, and always have a skill that you can work towards. And I don't even care about the views. I don't care about the likes because I had millions of views before. I had thousands and thousands of likes. And it's just like, I don't care anymore. So for the people who come here, for the people who bash and hate comments, whatever, y'all can get up out of here. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to be real. I'm going to say whatever I got to say with. You know what I'm saying? So in that same type time, it's just like awareness and focus and this mental fortitude. Me building this skill of being mentally focused is teaching me that, all right, if you want to get to where you want to get to, you got to be mentally focused. If you want to get out the hood, you got to be mentally focused. If you want to build generational wealth for your family, you got to be mentally focused. And understanding that at such a young age is just like, it's mind blowing because it's so many people who are not in the same situation. It's so many people who like distract you. You know what I'm saying? You go on social media, you see women going to party, you see your homeboys doing all this at my age, and it's frustrating. It's like, dang, I'm sitting here grinding, I'm working, I'm doing the right stuff. I'm not having no babies, I'm not doing none of that. But it's just like delayed gratification versus instant gratification. And you going on social media, like me going on social media and seeing that, it's just like, bro, like, am I really doing the right thing? All these people, they having fun, they doing this, they doing that, etc. But you know, I'm at home, I'm studying the books, I'm learning about financial literacy, I'm learning about stocks, I'm learning about all these different types of things because I know that I'm in a predicament where I have the power to change that. I have the power to change my family's life by applying myself, by being mentally focused and putting my actions towards things that are going to produce results in the future. And it's just, it's mind blowing to me, bro. Like, it's mind blowing. And I'm not really the type of person that likes cursing or like that likes over whooping because in my mind, it's just like, if you just chill, if you put yourself in the right circumstance, if you speak to the right people, if you know what I'm saying, continue to put yourself out there, be in uncomfortable situations, learn and stay ready so you don't have to get ready, then you will progress. You will be blessed. You will move forward. And continuously giving myself that hope, continuously pouring it in my cup because it gets frustrating. It gets frustrating being where you're at and knowing that you're destined for so much more. And I'm here to tell y'all, like, I feel that too, bro. Like, I'm just a regular, I'm not even gonna say I'm a regular nigga, but I'm a guy. I'm a guy just like everybody else. And if y'all want to change your life, it's gonna be a journey. You know, you gonna battle so many things. You're gonna battle people not wanting to see you win. You're gonna be battling people not liking you because you're authentic, because you're real. And if you're afraid to shine your light, then you just missed out on somebody impacting somebody's life. And when you become this leader, when you become so wealthy, or you become this person that has responsibility, that's taking care of your family, that's taking care of this, you get in a predicament where it's like there is no turning back because people are looking up at you. There's people who are solely going after their goals because they see you striving for it. And when I came to that realization that the people in my life, the friends who are around me, are accomplishing their goals or going towards their goals because I was the one to show them that it's possible, it changed the way I seen things. Like, there's no way I should be doubting myself when I've accomplished this or I've accomplished that. And I had to remind myself who I am again. I had to reintroduce myself to how far I've come when I was a lazy slob, 230 pounds. to where I am now, where I'm 177, where I lost 60 pounds of weight, changing my whole entire life at such a young age. And seeing how much I've been through, seeing how much the world kind of shows you this, and it's rather you grind or you stay stagnant. It's like, I don't want to play in the system. I don't want to play with the games. I don't want to do all that. What I'm going to do is make my own path. I'm going to make my own lane, become the person that I'm always destined to be, that I know that I am in. So when you see your potential, don't just see your potential and lack on it or sleep on it. See your potential and act. See your potential and move. See your potential and make it plain, and get a pen and paper and write it down. Because I promise y'all, bro, I promise y'all, it's not even about the months. It's not even about the years. You taking that step of writing it down, looking at it. The reason why all these successful people say write down your goals and look at it every day is because it's setting a precedent. You know, if you literally load into a Fortnite game, right? You got your homeboys, it's a squad, y'all about to all ready up. You readying up is setting the precedent for you to get into the game. It's the same way. It's the same exact way with writing your goals down. When you write your goals down, that's setting a precedent for you to accomplish them. That's setting the precedent for you to act on them. Because if you're writing something down every day, if you're looking at it every day, then what do you think is going to happen? You're going to work towards it. There's going to be an opportunity presented to you, and you have to be ready to take it. People say you gotta be there at the right time in the right place, but you gotta be the right person. You gotta be the right person at the right time and the right place. Because if you are offered an opportunity and you're not the right person, you don't see the opportunity for what it is, you just missed out on it. And it's oh well, because you should have prepared. Wanna know why? Because the people who prepare for life makes life easier. Life is always going to be difficult. I don't care if I'm 19 years old saying it. I don't care if I'm 70 saying this, bro. I understand. I've been through things in life where it's like, this is no regular thing. So you could sit here and be like, I'm not finna take advice from my 19-year-old. I'm not finna take advice from this young bull or this jit or this jit yang. It don't matter. Because you can take advice from a fool. You can take advice from a rich man. You can take advice from a middle-class person. It doesn't matter. But me telling y'all my history, me telling y'all my situation is so y'all can get a deeper understanding. So y'all can get a deeper understanding of y'all life, and you go out in your life and you will actually accomplish some shit. Where you actually do something with your life. Where you make that mindset change of, I'm more than enough. I'm more than my circumstance. I'm more than what I'm capable of doing. And when you come to that realization of, I need to treat myself better, your esteem starts to rise. And where your self-esteem starts to rise, you have confidence. But the only way you can have confidence is by having trust in self. Having trust in yourself and getting to a point where it's like, you're better. You're better than this. You're better than gooning. You're better than doing those negative acts. And it's going to be a hard process because you're changing patterns that you've done your whole life, or maybe however long you've been living. So it's not just, oh, let me go cold turkey and forget this. It's going to take process. You don't just load into a Fortnite match. What's good, SB plays? You don't just load into a Fortnite match and immediately get the victory royale. No, you gotta get into the map. You gotta go in the house, find weapons, find loot, and then you have to go and put in the work to get that victory royale. It's the same thing with life. You have to get into something, grind, do it enough, do it again, do it again, do it again, and then you start seeing these achievements. But when you get to these achievements, don't forget how you started. Don't forget where you came from. Because when you forget where you came from, you get humbled. Because you're not staying on top of you're not staying on top of your mind. You're not staying on top of your emotions. You're not staying on top of your spiritual life. Because you get to a point where you get arrogant, you get prideful because there's not enough. And this is just me being a real person and telling y'all, like, nigga, this life shit is not easy. I don't care if it's a wealthy man who's a millionaire. They have different problems than you, but they still have a difficult life. Difficulty is always going to be there. The work is always going to be there for you to do. Whether you work at Walmart like me, or whether you work in your own company that you built. There's going to be different bullshit you got to deal with. It's going to be, all right, boom. I'm going to show you an example. At Walmart, if you're restocking the eggs, there's going to be a customer that bumps into you and drops all the eggs. That's one problem. Or you can be a business owner, multi-million-dollar man, and you have to go to your company and fire this person because they're causing discord in the workplace. There's drama in the workplace, or this is happening and it's reducing sales. It's the same thing, different problems, different levels. Because the higher you go up in wealth, or the higher you go up mentally, the more responsibility you're gonna start being able to have. Because you're not gonna give the responsibility of the bills to a 6-year-old, but a 22-year-old, they got a car note, they got gas bills, you feel me? Because there's a mental difference from a 3-year-old and a 22-year-old. But it's the same way, but you just switch it to a person who works at Walmart and a man who has his own business. So there's always going to be difficulty. There's always going to be haters. There's always going to be people in your way. And it's up to you to just say, like, I'm on a different wavelength. I'm not going to let that energy affect who I am. Because you have to know yourself. All of that avoiding your problems, hiding your emotions, not wanting to talk to yourself, isolating yourself, not going to the support system you have, not putting yourself in uncomfortable conversations, not speaking up about who you are. All of that is you getting in your way. I had to realize I'm getting in my way because I'm trying to do things how I've always done it. The more you grow, the more you learn. The more you age, it's like you get hit with different types of combos. Life gonna hit you with the us. You know what I'm saying? It's not about if you can win the match. It's not about losing. It's not about none of that. It's about getting back up and putting your dukes up. It's about getting back up and thinking of a different strategy on how to beat life. Because if life throws one punch, you throw another. If life throws one punch, you throw another. If life throws you a truck, you throw another. It's the same way. The same way. But when you become into this game, you gotta understand you're gonna have to fight. You're gonna have to go through you're gonna have to go through difficulty. You're gonna have to lose friends. You're gonna lose that lover. You're gonna lose all those people. But you gotta be focused. You gotta have mental fortitude to where it's like you cannot let life break you. And when life breaks you, you have to recover. You have to get back up. Because I'm not gonna say the motivational bullshit where people say nobody's coming to save you, but you gotta realize the responsibility of you being successful or you staying stagnant is on you. Because with life, you can go below the bar. You can fall and keep falling. It's up to you to get your head above water and to start building your own boat to where you can sail the 7 seas. It's up to you to get in the driver's seat and actually start driving towards your goals. Because your goals, your goals are like a map to where your destination trying to be. But your systems are your daily actions, the daily tasks, the things that you do constantly every day to get to where you want to be. So like I said, your goals, they the map. But your systems, Your systems are the vehicle that drives you to your finish line, that drives you to that success that you've always wanted since you was a kid. That legacy that you want to build, that purpose that you want to achieve, the families that you want to support, the impact you want to teach to the youth and the elderly. All of that, my guy, it takes mental fortitude. It takes mental fortitude. And I'm not just sitting here to yap to y'all to tell y'all, oh, subscribe to my channel. Oh, like, bro, that shit doesn't matter, bro. I'm sitting here really trying to like explain to y'all and voice my opinions because this shit is real. Niggas don't talk about this on Twitch. People don't talk about this shit on Instagram, on YouTube, on Reels, on TikTok. Niggas are just sugarcoating how life really is. And it's pissing me off because this life shit is really different. Niggas think it's sunshine and rainbows when you come out of high school, but then you get hit with a different difficulty. You get hit with an elephant on your chest. You get hit with a lion in a jungle. And you ain't got no work put in. You ain't got no tools. You ain't got no fire. You ain't got none of that. And you're not prepared. This is to the people who didn't have the family to teach them these things. This is for the people who didn't have all these things to actually go out and work on. I'm speaking to the people who are at zero now, who is at the bottom and have to work up to wherever they want to go. Like, this life shit is not just given to you. It's not given to you on a silver platter saying, oh, if you want to be successful, just wake up today. Fuck no. You want to get here? Grind. You want to get here? Think. You could be the hardest worker in the world. And this is what's so crazy, bro. What's so crazy? You could be the hardest worker in the world and still not get nowhere. So I don't want to hear that, oh, work hard and you'll be successful. No. You got to work hard. You got to think. You got to have mental fortitude. You have to be focused. So focused on getting to your goal, you start learning how to network. You start learning how to speak to people. You become a conversationalist. You work hard. Your work ethic shows. You build your reputation. You start putting yourself in position. All of this shit matters. It's not about just, oh, I'm going to work at McDonald's for 5 years and then boom, I'm going to get $1 million. Fuck no. Because that's not working hard. That's just being busy. If you're working hard, you can do something else. If you're working hard, you can work at McDonald's, then on your break you're reading. Or you can work at McDonald's, then go to school. You can work at McDonald's and do all these different types of things. But don't just stay one-faceted. Because you have to be multifaceted. You want to know what multifaceted means? That means you got to do multiple things at a time. You can't just be narrow. You have to know how to do hats. You got to know how to sell hoodies. You got to do different things, bro. You feel me? And get a vision board. Get a whiteboard. Get a notebook. Start talking. Start doing stuff for yourself. Because I promise you, gang, that girl that you with, soon as she find another nigga, she out of there. And I'm not even saying your relationship gonna end. I'm not saying none of that. But I'm saying if you're not building towards yourself, if you're not building towards your empire, if you're not building to accomplish goals, then nobody's gonna want to stay with that. Because at 18, at 19, at 20, 21, all the way to 25, niggas is going through it. Niggas is grinding. Niggas is going, bro, y'all think this life shit is just simple? No, niggas is building credit. Niggas is going through loans. Niggas is being evicted. But y'all don't see that on social media. Y'all just see, oh, I'm a millionaire that made $10,000 a month. Oh, join my free course to get 5,000. You're getting scammed. You're getting scammed because people are not putting in the work. That simple. Because you don't want to put in the work. You want to be lazy? Buy my course. And I'm not just saying this shit for shits and giggles. Nigga, I bought many business courses. To the point where, okay, I got notes on notes for these business courses. And I didn't make any money. I didn't make any money behind these business courses that people bought or people sold. Yeah, I'm good, SB. But what I did get was the mentality. What I did get was, okay, this may be a business course or this may be a drop shipping or stock course, but the way they see things, that's what I got. So that money that I spent on courses, that wasn't a waste. That wasn't a waste at all. Because before I bought the course, I was a bot. I'm talking about I'm a free roaming NPC. This might as well be I Am Human, cause nigga, I ain't have programming was cooked. I was in a rat race 100% until I started really opening my mind and expanding the shit. Niggas stay talking about read books, read books, read books, but nigga, what about the people who don't like reading? I was on the amount of watch time I got on YouTube a couple years ago and even now, outstanding, bro. I watch a YouTube video every day on how to learn something. And it's not even on no, oh, how do I do 2+2 shit. It's like podcasts of people who've been successful. I watch interviews on niggas that I'm actually interested in. Like Kevin Gates, for instance. I watch Kevin Gates interviews because of his mentality and the way he see things. But people think, oh, I can't do this. Oh, it's weird to watch him because people gonna think I'm this. Nigga, fuck being cool. Fuck being this nonchalant dreadhead shit. I used to have dreads. Y'all see me now. I cut my johns. So it's like that cool shit only gonna take you so far. That cool shit is limiting you more than who you really are. And y'all think the cool shit gonna get you the bitches, but nigga, in reality, you being yourself is gonna get you the bitches. You being yourself is gonna help you lead and be the man that you want to become, but you too afraid because you don't want to be seen as a weirdo. You don't want to be seen as a nigga who's not enough. Wait, and it's just like, I don't know, bro. When y'all start being yourself, you start realizing how down to earth and how relatable your situations are. Because you yourself, you're special, but your circumstances, your problems, they're similar. People go through the same shit. But the way you respond to them, the way you react to them is different. That's what separates you from everybody else. The way you respond to your situations. And that's what it builds your mental fortitude. Because if you know your whole entire life is what made you who you are now, then why would those same decisions that you made before make a difference? Why would those same decisions that you made in the past change suddenly in your future, gang? You have to think differently. You have to move differently. You have to understand how to be aware of your emotions and your mentality. Because the way you think is how you are. As a man thinketh, so is he. So what you think is going to become a reality. What you focus on is going to be real, bro. So, I mean, like, dude, y'all got to understand. And I'm not just speaking to y'all like I'm some, like, parent or nothing like that. I'm speaking to myself, too, when I hop on these lives. Because it's just a reality check. Like, it's so much shit that people going through. It's so much shit that I'm going through myself that niggas don't really talk about. And me having this conversation or me speaking up could really change somebody's whole life. Like, you never know until you really have these conversations and speak to people and show the willingness to really change. The willingness to really do something that. And it's not even about how many people watching SB. I'm going to keep it a buck with you. I don't do this for other people to watch me and shit. I do this out of the kindness of my heart to share and show niggas that this is real life problems. Niggas go through real life shit. Niggas have, bro, life is difficult. But what makes it easier is putting yourself in position. You know, I'd be having the same conversation if I wasn't on live, but I'd just be writing it out. Or I'd just be talking to God. So it's just like, it don't matter, bro. It don't matter about how many people watching. It don't matter about the views. It don't matter about none of that. What matters is about the way you think, the way you respond to life, the way you see things. Because how you see things is what's going to happen in your life. It's cool. I hope you have an amazing night, bro. Take care. And it's just like I was saying, like, even when it comes to boundaries, for example, if you're having boundaries in your relationship, your boundaries in your relationship is going to show you if that person respects you or not. Because, say for instance, I'll tell you our story time, right? So, for instance, back in the day, this was like a while ago. It was my homeboy's birthday. My homeboy's birthday and shit. This guy, max level skater, 99 overall, best guy ever. Like, if I wanted to learn how to skate, I'm going to this guy. Now, me on the other hand, I'm a regular dude, like, no cap. I'm a regular skater. I don't do too much. Stop. I don't do too much. I'm just a 6'7" out of 10. You know what I'm saying? And since I'm like a 6'7", I'm already knowing. You said you going through a breakup. This perfect. I'm finna teach y'all the importance of boundaries. I'm finna teach y'all the importance. I'm finna teach y'all the importance of boundaries. So through the story time, watch this, bro. So we're going to the skating ring, right? And as we're going to the skating ring, you know, once you walk in the skating ring, this is how it's set up. So you walk in, there's obviously the surface floor that you could walk on. On the right, there's where you get your skates, and then there's a skating floor under. But before it's a step up, and then the skating floor. And then in the back, there's a training area. So I'm skating with my homeboy. We chilling, we vibing. Like I said, I'm not the best skater. So immediately, it's shaped like a donut. So on the little turns, I'm having a little issue. So I remember one time I'm skating, I'm chilling, I'm cooling. Michael Jackson playing, vibing. And as soon as I get to a turn, my wheels lock up out of nowhere. Now, at this point, I'm like, I'm cooked. I'm cooked. It's over. My XP about to be drained. I'm finna be like a Minecraft character, lose all my items. And I start falling. But I didn't just fall like on some like, oh, I hit the ground. I start like trying to catch myself and keep myself up. So at this point, I'm stumbling. And as I'm stumbling, I'm stumbling. And I trip over the little platform that you step up off of. And now I'm about to fall straight into a person. And before I was like about to fall, bro, it was an old man and a girl right at the wall. And I'm coming full speed like a rhino. So immediately I'm skating. I'm falling. Boom! I hit the wall and the old man had dodged. Maximum, at least he had to be 70, bro. Man was old as hell. Straight white hairs. He didn't have one black hair on his head. Bro had to be from 1830. Kid you not. So as I fall, I'm like, I'm so sorry. And I look to my right and I was like, I see 5 shit. I'm like, damn. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, oh, I'm sorry. And I asked her, I'm like, oh, how did you, like, why are you not skating? You just sitting on the wall or some shit, right? I'm gonna teach y'all why this is boundaries. So me and her start chopping up. She's like, oh, no. I'm just here for my family. It's their birthday, my cousin's birthday, etc., etc. And I'm like, why you not skating? Like, what's going on? And she's like, you just ran into me, this, and that. Like, you asked me all these questions when you almost took my life. And I'm like, chill. It must have been fake. I said something slick. I was like, it must have been fake because no way I ran into you or something. So she was like, I was like, let's go on the skating floor. And she was like, I don't know how to skate. So I taught her how to skate. Fast forward, after that, we chopping it up. I'm talking to her. I'm you know what I'm saying? I'm spitting game. And this is no regular occurrence to me. You feel me? I got a couple player badges. I got XP in this field. You feel what I'm saying? I'm a level 100. Level 100 Slayer, bro. No cap. So we chopping it up and stuff. And mind you, my homeboy, it was his birthday. So I came here for him. Immediately, like I told y'all, he's the best skater ever. I'm talking about he know how to back skate, do all of this. And in that same instance while I'm talking to the girl, Immediately, my homeboy fell and bust his ass. And this wasn't no like regular fall like how I did. This dude, dead ass, the referees and the workers start blowing a whistle to tell everybody to stop. So at this point, I'm just like, twin, like, you good? So I stopped talking to the girl, rush over, and he like, ah. Like I'm cramping up my back, my leg. Immediately, I run to the little shop where you can get ice and like food and stuff. I'm like, yo, my homeboy, he just got hurt. I need some ice or some water. And they're like, that'll be $5.30. You're charging me for water to help somebody injured? They're like, that'll be $5.30. And I'm like, let me not spaz, right? So I paid the lady. I get the ice and the water. Go up to my homeboy, make it straight. He's like, I was like, bro, we could leave. We could just get something to eat. I know it's your birthday and stuff. I don't want you just sitting here hurt or whatever. And he like, nah, bro, I ain't trying to dirty Mac. I see you with the John. The John mean girl for all y'all like who just now tuning in. So he's like, oh, I see you with the John, this, and that. Like, I ain't trying to be a party pooper. And I'm like, bro, I ain't gonna lie to you. I came here for you, bro. The girl's not even anything to me, bro. Like, for real. I'm just here to support you and your birthday. And he like, nah, bro, trust. I'll be good. I'll be back skating in 5 minutes. So I say, all right, bet. And while I'm talking to my homeboy, the girl staring at me. And she's like, oh, me and my friends, we're about to go. Let me get your number, this, and that. Gave her the number. So 3 or 4 days later, we're chopping it up. We on FaceTime, all of this. This plays into boundaries, SB. So I'm about to teach you advice. So with all of that, I'm like, all right, boom. This is back when the Bob Marley movie came out. So I'm like, oh, yeah, it's a Bob Marley movie coming out. We should go see it. You know what I'm saying? And she's like, oh, my gosh, I've been wanting to see that. Oh, my, da-da-da. You fell right into my trap. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? So in reality, I wanted to see the Bob Marley movie, but really I wanted to spend time with her. So I'm on the tight time, like, all right, boom, let's go to the mall and we can go. This is very important. This is very important where boundaries come into. So I go to the movies. I'm like, hey, let's meet here at 6:30. The movie starts at 7 and we'll go from there. And she's like, okay, boom, boom, that's nice. I'll be on the way. The next day, I say, oh, you sure? You sure you still want to go? Et cetera, et cetera. So she says yes. Now, I come to the mall early at like 6:15 to make sure everything was cool, et cetera, et cetera. So I get to 6:15. I'm texting her, no response. 6:23 comes around. I call her. I'm like, yo, you on the way? No response. So at this point, 6:30 is already here, and she didn't text, she didn't call. 6:40 come around, nothing. So at this point, this is where boundaries come in because this is disrespecting my time. If we agreed to do something, or we agreed to hang out, or we both said, hey, let's go somewhere, and we both said yes, and you come late, or you don't communicate at all, you're disrespecting my time, and you don't see me as somebody who is like, you know what I'm saying, important to let them know. So at this point, I'm like, bro, because I ain't never been flaked on before, ever in my life. So in this point, I'm like, nah, she got me fucked. Like, you know what I'm spazzing. Like, I'm about to really, like, I'm just hot. Because at this point, I had the locks. I had the vintage jacket on. I'm talking about, I put on one of my best fits. And at that point, when the girl had flaked on me, because it's 6:40, 6:50 at this time. She like 30 minutes late. I'm like, what the fuck is going on? Like, I ain't never been flaked on before. But this is where boundaries come into play. So she calls me at 6:55. Mind you, I just sat there and got something to eat because I'm like, bro, I'm not going to wait on this girl and just be hungry. You know what I'm saying? The back needs to be fed. You feel what I'm saying? So I'm eating and she called me. She like, oh, this, and that, hello. Like, she started playing like we weren't supposed to go to the movies today. And I'm like, why you not here? Like, what you doing? Like, you calling my phone and you not even here. or this, and that. And she's like, oh, this, and that. She starts saying like some BS or whatever. She like, oh, we should go some, she said something. She was just talking about her day. And I'm like, so you're not going to acknowledge that you're not here? And immediately, this is where the boundary come into play, because if you are afraid to have that uncomfortable conversation, then that person will take it as access for you to just become a doormat and continuously treat you like somebody who doesn't hold value. So this is at this point in the story, I'm tell her, I'm like, nah, you wasting my time, especially as a person who values my time. You're not gonna play with my time and agree to go somewhere and not come. And I was like, matter of fact, I'm gonna go watch the movie by myself. And as soon as I said that, she started spazzing, like she started getting mad. And she started taking it to the max. So she was like, why would you get the ticket? That's so stupid. And I was like, hold on. First of all, what you're not going to do is speak to me in that type of manner. If we're going to have a conversation, let's have a conversation with respect. I didn't call you on no hot shit. I didn't call you like none of that. I called you in a calm tone, so I need you to keep it like that. Immediately, she said, okay. So this is where boundaries come into play, because not only did she disrespect my time, but now she's disrespecting me by raising her voice. And if I don't check her, or if I don't let my boundary be known, then that person will take it as access, or that person will take it as, oh, I could do whatever I want to him, or I could disrespect him, or I could do this. And if you don't lay boundaries out to people, they will continuously step on and press your buttons. So you have to have the courage to speak up about what offends you, about what people should do, and treat them how to treat you. So that's an example of how I overcame and start laying boundaries for myself in relationships, so people didn't treat me like a doormat. And I watched the movie by myself. I hung up the phone and I told her that I no longer want to talk to her no more. Because now what that just illustrated was respect for myself. Because if a person just disrespected you, played with your time, and raised their voice at you when you didn't, that just shows that, oh, I'm disrespecting you. What are you going to do about it? And at that point, I stopped talking to her. I cut her off, because in that manner, it's like, if I continuously let you treat me like a doormat, then that just show I don't respect myself. So, SB, I hope this advice helped you out, bro. Start laying boundaries for yourself, like when it comes to disrespect, when it comes to, people playing with your time, when it comes to, what I'm saying, I don't know what your situation is, but I'm just saying in this aspect, like in all facets of life, you have to lay boundaries in your friendships, in your relationships, in every life, even with your family. Because people will step over you and people will keep treating you like shit until you lay the law, bro. And do not be afraid to do that. Do not be afraid to have those conversations, gang. Because listen, I'm gonna tell you this right now, bro. The moment I started having the uncomfortable conversations, the hard conversations, the easier my relationships and friendships became, bro. Because now you already came to them on a type time, not disrespectful, like, oh, don't do this, don't do that, but like, I have some boundaries I want to put in place because I feel like it's important for our friendship or important for our relationship. And they'll hear you out. Because now when you have boundaries with a person, that shows them, hey, I don't like when you do this. Or, hey, we shouldn't do this in a relationship for both of us. So it's not me just saying, oh, don't go and breathe. Don't go and talk to that person. It's, okay, I don't like when you do this. And you're letting that person know, this is a boundary of mine. I don't appreciate when you raise your voice at me. I don't appreciate when you don't hold respect for me in conversations. And when the person does it, they're actively disrespecting you knowingly after you said it. So if a person is doing that intentionally disrespecting you, then they're not for you, twin. They're not for you. You got to hold yourself to a higher standard, because if you don't see yourself as valuable, then other people going to treat you like shit because of the way you see yourself. So in reality, with the relationship, with the breakup and shit, that just showed you that you have to focus on yourself. You have to raise your self-esteem. And I know that shit hurt. Like, bro, I've been through breakups too. I understand, bro. I understand your heart feeling like shit, bro. I understand listening to Juice WRLD every day. All alone. You know what I'm saying? I would listen to that John every day. I get it, bro. Take that energy and make some shit shake, bro. Take that same energy of you being heartbroken. Hit the push-ups. Take that energy of you being heartbroken. Lock in on whatever you want to do in your life. Promise you that shit gonna change. Write it out. Write it out. Write it out. And I'm gonna continue to say write it out, because twin, it's something behind writing shit out that I can't explain. Bro, those medals you see back there, I wrote each and every single one of them out. I was like, I'm gonna be a gold medalist. I'm gonna be a gold medalist at this competition. And I became a gold medalist. And I looked at that shit every day. Matter of fact, I don't want to show you that, but matter of fact, I literally wrote it down in my notebook right here. I'm gonna be a gold medalist. I'm gonna be a gold medalist. Looked at that shit every day, and I put in the work. Don't just write that shit down. Do the work behind it, bro. Believe and achieve. That's what niggas don't tell you about. Your systems, the stuff you do every day, and having a belief in yourself to be able to do it, plus the work. So the work, systems, and belief. All three of those together equals success, bro. That's how you become successful and where you want to be, bro. And I'm not a nigga that's just gonna sugarcoat this shit. Like, it's easy. Cause I was a nonchalant dreadhead. I didn't speak to nobody. Worst social skills in the world. I would not eat, bro. I was a head nod nigga. I'm talking about. I wouldn't even be able to order my own food. I'd whisper to my homeboy like, yo, bro, you can, yeah, can I get the chicken nuggets and a 10-piece? You feel me? So, it's crazy. I hope you have a good night, SB. Take care. But yeah, y'all, that's all I really wanted to talk about is like mental fortitude and boundaries tonight. So I hope all of y'all have an amazing day. We 47 minutes in. I didn't even know I could yap this long, twin. Oh, hey, congratulations on the new iPhone, twin. I don't know. I might start going live every day. This might be a little consistent thing. I don't know if y'all like this type of content, though. I don't really be live and shit. Like, I don't do this at all, bro. I'm gonna be real. I really don't. So, it's just interesting, twin. It's very interesting. So, thank y'all for coming, bro. And I hope y'all have a amazing day. Peace.